Hi all and welcome back to the Soul Shift channel. Today is a much better day. After a good night's sleep, life feels much easier and it is far more exciting today. The first part of my new project is done, and what amazes me is how many things you can actually do without even realizing you know how. Another reflection I had today is how extremely grateful I am that I learned machine typing, during secondary high school. The thing is, I didn't get into the education I really wanted because my grades weren't very strong. Back then, I honestly didn't really care much about it because I didn't really like school. But I felt as a failure towards others. Afterwards, however, I was actually glad because I only had to spend 2 years at the secondary high school and had the opportunity to do the final year a few years later. And then I loved studying and became highly motivated to go to the university. So I already knew that. But what I'm also incredibly grateful for is that we had a subject where we learned proper hand typing or typing. And I learned the correct technique from the very beginning. That alone has made life so much easier and I think has saved me an enormous amount of time. The thing is, life has a way of showing us the path, and what seems like a failure or a disappointment when it happens can easily turn out to be one of the best things that ever happened once you have the answer in your hands. I think that planning is great, as you know, but you also have to keep your plans flexible. If I knew everything from the beginning, life would be very easy, but we simply don't. I really do need to plan. That is not the issue. Before I started this planning routine, I hardly got anything done. I could spend the whole day wondering where to start. That is not my point. My plans change because life unfolds in ways I could never have predicted. But that doesn't mean I stop planning. I simply adjust my plans and try not to feel too bad when they change. Perhaps this is connected to another thought I had today. I was working on becoming more present. And I just realized that I really struggle with it. I try to live in the present moment, but I constantly feel guilty, worried, or busy planning something in the future. Of course, it is good to realize that there is something you need to work on, but I'm surprised that this is so difficult. When I talk about living in the present, then I mean not constantly thinking about what comes next, whether it is okay to do this or that, or listening to the voices in my head telling me I should work harder. I can sit in silence, but I guess that isn't really enough. I truly want to become better at simply being, trusting the path, and not constantly thinking about everything else. I'm not someone who worries all the time. I do worry about specific things, but that isn't really my issue. It is more the constant feeling that I'm never doing enough and not trusting the path. Right now, I had another of those incredible moments when I could have just thought to myself, easy. There is a reason for this to happen. But instead, I get stressed, irritated, and I lower my frequency because of it. Well, as I mentioned many times before, life isn't easy. But luckily, we constantly are presented with new opportunities to learn where we failed last. I just hope I grab that opportunity before I act next time. Take care all, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.